just finished one. You are finding me between books. I just finished this one right here, The Splendid and the Vile by Erik Larson, and it looks at Churchill and his family during the Blitz in World War II. I really like The Code of the Worcesters by P.G. Wodehouse. Now this is a very, very light comedy novel from the UK in the 1930s, and the thing I like about it is the language. The use of the English language is fantastic, hilarious. The English language can be very funny when you use very elaborate words, which is what the author does, and it's timeless. You know, there's no real sort of allusion to time and place, so you can just pick it up, and it could be happening yesterday, it could be happening 100 years ago. I love it. I read a lot of Roald Dahl when I was a kid, and that really got me into reading in a big way. So I was reading Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, George's Marvelous Medicine, The Twits, Witches, Matilda, BFG, and I became a voracious reader, and I see that in my son as well. And then you become quite choosy, and so I would try other books and I could tell if I liked them or not. So I read The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, and I didn't like it. And there's a whole series of books in that series by C.S. Lewis. Didn't particularly like it. I read The Hobbit, who's that? Tolkien, yeah. And I really enjoyed that one. And then I made the mistake of trying to read Lord of the Rings when I was like 10 or 11. And The Fellowship of the Ring, if you've ever read it, it's just a lot of walking. There's a lot of walking. And so I didn't try that again. I bailed on that one, and I didn't try again until in my 20s. I think I was like 23 or 24 when the movies came out. My reading habits really are fragmented, and mostly during breaks, vacations, because I read so much for work. You can't see the table in front of me, but we have essays everywhere. So there's a lot of reading and writing for my job. So unfortunately, sometimes reading is not what I want to do when I go home. Sometimes I want to go home, maybe I just want to watch a TV show or a football match, and then rest my eyes from all the reading. So I tend to do most of my reading during the summer or at Christmas. I probably read somewhere between 6 and 10 books a year. I love reading on trains or a tram with the world going past me, or a Cafe Havelka in the center of town. I love reading there. But that's a treat. That doesn't happen often. Usually when I'm at home, on the couch, in bed. Sometimes if I'm waiting for my kids to finish a sports activity and I have a book on me, I can grab a few pages there. If you ask my wife, she would say probably anything with a spy in it. Anything where they're sort of going from country to country to country, seemingly without ever going through passport control. To be honest, that's probably, if you looked at my Goodreads page, that's probably the bulk of what I read in a year.